Whether you're cramming for an exam, catching up on work, or just need something to start your day, we all love coffee. One of society's more widely accepted drug addictions. I know it's one of mine. That's why today we're bringing you the guide to Cambridge's best cups of coffee. Roll the tape.
We're starting at Hot Numbers Coffee, built into the Old Dales Brewery. Let's hope none of the alcohol stuck around or this Colombian roast might just end up a little bit Irish.
This is the Colombian batched brew.
Now that's fresh mountain grown coffee from the hills of Colombia.
Let's have a taste. It's hot coffee to start. Not gonna lie, quite watery. Quite watery. That's not to say it's not nice though. And it's certainly, actually not, it doesn't patch the biggest punch, but I'm still about it. The sign described it as having hints of almond and milk chocolate, which cameraman's mouthing almond to me, but he literally got killed by a bird 2 minutes ago. So, the 3 factors. Number 1, the taste. It's a solid, man. It goes down quite nicely. There is flavour there, but perhaps behind a bit of water. Overall though, a solid taste. Number 2, the cost. This 10 ouncer costs £3.20 and well worth the price. Especially when you're sat out here in the nice little seating area that's mostly danger free. Inside, a nice atmosphere too. It all comes bundled in. 3, the service. And what can I say? The team in there were lovely. I didn't happen to catch their names, but there are like 8 billion people in the world. It's hard to get everyone's. I personally have 3, so.
Can you got me middle name?
I guess Hugo, technically.
But it's like a double barrel first name, isn't it?
It is. They were lovely. They were very happy to accommodate us filming in there. They were happy to talk us through their process. They roast all their beans in-house, and that's where you get that great flavour. Overall, I would highly, highly recommend. But most importantly, coffee for the caffeine, right? That's what we're here for. So check in. How tired am I? Coming into this day, I was about a 6 in terms of tired. Nothing else. And this coffee, I'm not gonna lie, it's bringing me up. About 7, maybe 7.5. Let's see if we can keep that high going into cafe number 2. Coffee number 2, a flat white for this round brown. Courtesy of Fitzbilly's. Right up top, let's have a good look. Initial taste test. Definitely milkier than the last one. That's probably on account of the milk. I do like it. Although I will say, not as a knock against Fitzbilly's, but rather coffee stuff in general. This card top doesn't mesh well with the taste, and it's actually quite a horrible texture to have in your mouth. For that reason, I'm popping off the top. Coming into this one, I'd say on my tired scale, as you remember last time I ended it at about a 7.5.
About 7, maybe 7.5.
I'd say I dropped a bit. We had a bit of a walk, we had a bit of a chill, we met a nice fan. Ben, shout out. Your girlfriend looks like Winona Ryder. Taste. The roast is most certainly there. The roast in the flat white. And the milk. Rather than sort of working in harmony as I hope they would, they do clash somewhat. But I will say, a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one.
It was all going well until the unthinkable happened.
Oh, zoinks.
Aha.
I'm still gonna keep going. Price, I'm talking cash. This bad boy was £3.15, which, while 100%, support your independence, I will say, a cup this size, £3.15, say it ain't so for my cup of joe. Third, the service. Both of the people in there were very, very sweet, very nice, very accommodating, plus wanting to film there as well, which I gotta say, put a couple good tallies in my book. The shop itself, as of last year, it's 100 years old, which means that it's probably accommodated some of Cambridge's best minds. Fry, Laurie, Borat. And to know that I was in the company of the greats, they had a certain je ne sais quoi. I don't know what that means. It looked like a lovely little cafe, and the design of the whole place, the interior, was truly great. A very relaxing blue to offset the aggressive nature of the caffeine. Had finished cup number 2. I think I said I was at 6.5 last time. I'm not gonna lie, I'm at like an 8.5 right now. I'm alert, 8.5. I feel like they're ecstatic. Starting to go through my veins a teeny tiny bit. I'm feeling good, I'm excited. So, on to number 3. Number 3, locker. Now look at that. Straight away. I'm telling you, my friends, presentation is everything. An apple, an onion, you tell me. But I'll tell you what, it does smell like a damn good cup of coffee. Just like that, my friends, we found a new number one. Number one, the taste. Rich is the first thing that comes to mind. Not as in a rich taste, rich as in I feel rich for having had this. This feels like cash money in my pocket. Smooth as hell. This thing is, there's no resistance, there's no fighting, there's no burn, bite or roast. It's just pure, smooth flavor. This makes me feel like an old cigarette advert.
See how mild and good tasting a
Coffee.
can be.
Fact number two, the price. This bad boy cost me somewhere around the £3 mark, which, I mean, come on my friends. I'm surprised it's still in business, quite frankly. A product this good at a price that low. And that's a winning model. Brings me on to point number three, the service, the hospitality. And I gotta tell you what, not only were they incredible, they were so incredible, in fact, that I'm retroactively docking points from the last two places. I'm sorry, Fitzbilly's. I'm sorry. Actually, no, numbers stay the same. I'm sorry, Fitzbilly. You're going down a peg, because the locker, they've hurt you. The locker have hurt. Forget the hurt locker, they've hurt you. Incredibly personable, incredibly willing to speak about the coffee and the presentation of this thing. Like I said, again, it's absolutely paramount. It is key. An image like this, only to be drunk. But I guess that's kind of the beauty in art like that. It's fleeting. It's in the moment. It is now. It is Cambridge. It is Unwrapped.
So what had I discovered on my journey? Well, for one, not everywhere we wanted to go was open. Again, the good folk at the locker suggested Stir, Urban Larder, the Espresso Library, and Rubique Coffee. It's all great too, so consider this an honourable mentions list. As for the ones we did go to, Fitzbilly's had a great legacy to it, and it totally made sense why they've been around this long. But to be honest, the styrofoam lids and the small portions kind of held it back for me. Hot Numbers Coffee? Now there's a place with an extensive lineup. Servers all know their stuff. My coffee personally was a little too watery for my liking, but until I try their full lineup, I'm gonna reserve the judgment. And just say for now, they're nice. But the locker? Wow, I mean, what more could you ask for? Friendly service right in the heart of the city centre. Thick proper mugs, each heartily filled, thickly and properly with hot, delicious coffee. And dare I say, love? Now if you'll excuse me, I gotta go try and fall asleep sometime in the next 72 hours. Peace.